Want to print any flexible material without slowing down to a crawl? Then you need a stable extrusion. This is not just a harder TPU, it's Filaflex 2.20mm. More control, more stability, and more success in your flexible 3D prints. In this guide, I will show you how to install it easily on your Bambu H2S in just few simple steps. What we are going to do? The plan is simple. We prep the H2S and access the hotend. We do the one extra step to make your H2S printer compatible with both 1.75mm and 2.20mm simultaneously. We mount the new recurse hotend. We tweak 3 settings in Bambu Studio or use our ready-made profiles. First print with flex, easy. Why the 2.20mm works? With flexibles, it's not the temperature that kills the print. It's that the filament buckles, compress, and lose its push. With 2.20mm, you have more column strength, more extrusion stability, and the filament reaches the hotend without twisting or clogging. Result: you can print flex faster and with fewer failures, even with the very soft and low shear materials. Safety in this tutorial. We are not modifying the firmware nor touching the machine's electronics. We are going to change the hotend, and it will be necessary to widen the filament path to have a simultaneous compatibility for 2.20mm and 1.75. For safety, unplug the printer and make sure it is completely cold and work calmly with the right tools in the well-lit area. Keep in mind that any modification may affect manufacturer's official warranty. If you decide to continue, you do so at your own risk. Take your time and don't force anything. If you have any doubts, contact us at recurse.com. Tools and what you need. Let's get the tools ready. For this update, you only need the Recurse 2.20mm kit for the H2S. This includes the 2.20mm hotend ready to use and a manual hand drill that will allow us to widen the filament path. Time approximately 10 minutes the first time. Installing the 2.20mm hotend on H2S step by step. The installation and the hotend swap process is exactly the same as the official Bambu Lab guide for this model, so nothing changed there. And let's go through the process together. First things first, clear off the top of the printer so you can remove the glass and get easy access from above. Step 1. Unload the filament. If you have any material currently loaded in the printer, go ahead and unload it. No, so we can remove the hotend. Step 2. Lower the bed. Before you power anything down, lower the build plate all the way to the bottom. This gives you a plenty of space to work. Step 3. Power down and disconnect. Make sure your printer is cold. Then turn it off and unplug the power cable. Step 4. Remove the PTFE tube. Disconnect the feeding tube from the extruder by pressing down on the release latch. You will need to disconnect it from the back side as well. Step 5. Remove the front cover. The front housing of the extruder, just snap it into the place. Facing the printer, simply pull from the bottom edge to pop the cover off and set it aside. Step 6. Remove the hotend. Alright, we are at the main event. Again, please remember, make sure the printer is unplugged and the nozzle is cold. Go ahead and peel off the silicone shock protecting the hotend. Under the clip, holding the hotend into place, and simply pull the hotend out of the printer. Step 7. Adjust the extruder tension and widen the filament path. Now, This is the step you only need to do once to make your printer compatible with the 220mm system. Once it's done, you will be able to use both 1.75mm and 220mm filament simultaneously. We are going to adjust the filament channel. Don't worry, this won't affect your print quality and your ability to print standard materials at all. We are simply saving off a few microns so the 220mm filament can glide through smoothly. To do this, grab the tool included in your 220mm hotend kit. When assembling it, let the drill a bit extended out as far as possible. Don't push it all the way into the handle. This gives you more clearance to work easily. Insert the tool from the top, keeping as vertical as possible. Rotate it very gently. Let the tool do the work. You don't need to force it. It will clear the path on its own. Now, repeat the operation from the bottom. Again, keep it as vertical as possible and turn gently. No force required. Keep going until you feel you reach the extruder gears. You will notice when you hit it that the point that is your cue to stop and pull the tool out. And that's it. The internal path is now ready for 220mm and 1.75 compatibility. You can put the tool away. You will need it again. Now, regarding the tension, for flexible material, less is more. We need to loosen the tension screw, that is the one located on the left side of the extruder case, that controls the grip pressure. In this case, we are going to back it out, loosen it so it doesn't squeeze too hard. This prevents the filaments from getting marked or drawing. But don't worry, you can still print PLA or PTG with the settings without any issues. Step 8. Clean the extruder channel. Before installing the new hotend, we need to get rid of those savings. Give it a good blow or use a compressed air to clear out of any internal debris. And let's wipe down the base to clean that up too. Step 9. Install the new hotend. We are back to the standard process. Insert the new hotend. Make sure it is seated correctly and lock it down so it's nice and secure. Then pop the silicone shock back on. Step 10. Mount the cover. Snap the front cover back onto the extruder and leave everything looking just like it was before. Step 11. PTFE setup. Two options. Here we have two options. Option 1 is using the printer bypass connection. Connect the original PTFE tube to the extruder and route it to the TPU bypass inlet on the H2S. That is the special input meant for the flexibles. Place your spool on the side holder and you are done. But here is something you need to know. For flexibles, the ideal scenario is to keep them inside a dryer, constantly protected from the humidity. So, let me show you the option 2, the one we really like. We insert a short length of PTFE tube into the top of the extruder. To load the filament, we use a side-mounted dry setup. We have designed a special bracket for this, which you can download directly on our website, records.com. It's compatible with several dryer models. This way, you can feed the flexible filament and dry in the exact same time. Step 12. Power on, load and purge. Time to load the 220mm filament. In this case, I recommend feeding the filament manually. Go to the control tab of your screen and hit the nozzle to 250 degrees. Then, use the extruder arrows to push the filament down. Click in a few times to purge the nozzle and ensure that the path is clean. If the purge comes out in a continuous and steady stream, congratulations! You are already 90% of the way to success. Slicer, Bambu Studio. Just 3 changes. We have our printer ready, now it's time to change the slicing configuration. Here, we give you 2 options. You can download our profiles ready to print, or if you prefer to do it yourself, I will tell you the basic changes you need to make to dive fully into the printing 220mm flexibles.
Go to the tab of Slicer Configuration and we select the material we want to get the profiles. Download the zip profiles, click on Download. Okay. And then go to Bambu. And now we select Import configs. We select and open a new sys configuration. Yes to all, okay, because we have already this profile. And now we have our profile ready. We go to custom and we can see that we have Filaflex 95mm, and now we can select the profile for 0.2 Filaflex 95A for me 20. And now we can slice and we can see we have our profile ready. And also if we want to change the nozzle size, we will see that here we have also the profile for 0.6 and also 0.8. And also we come here and we can select 95 for me. And also we have ready for 0.6 nozzle. Now we have all our profiles ready for Filaflex 220.
Now we are ready for the fun part. Ready to print flexible at good speed and in the different short hardness we offer. Versatility. What if you want to go back to PLA or PTG 1.75mm? Purge, load and go. You can alternate between 220mm flex and 1.75 rigids in the same hotend without any problem. And that's it, 220mm hotend mounted, 3 settings in the slicer, and flex printer as it should. Faster, cleaner, and with fewer failures. 5 this entire step-by-step guide, the profiles and tutorials for other compatible printer models. Plus, a place to ask any question. We will be happy to answer on our website recruz.com. Welcome to the new 220 standard by Recruz.